You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome. It turns out that maybe we've been thinking about prioritizing cyber threats. Well, kind of wrong. Most of those critical vulnerabilities. Maybe not the biggest worry. Today we're looking into that, plus a huge Louis Vuitton data leak, some really sneaky new malware, and AI that sounds like it could actually automate your whole workflow. We'll cut through the noise, get you well-informed, fast. Okay, let's unpack this.
It really is a fast-moving field, isn't it? And sometimes the most significant details aren't the most obvious ones.
Speaking of things that weren't obvious until they were,
Yeah.
let's talk Louis Vuitton. This wasn't small. 419,000 customers in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I saw that. What exactly got out?
Well, names, phone numbers, passport details apparently, addresses, email, shopping history, even product preferences. A lot.
Wow.
The good news, such as it is that payment info wasn't included. Still, that's a massive amount of personal data out there.
And it's often those unexpected routes that cause trouble, like that ExpressVPN bug. Did you see that?
The one for the Windows client? Tell me about it.
Yeah, a researcher found that essentially remote desktop protocol traffic could just completely bypass the VPN tunnel.
So your real IP could be exposed.
Yeah.
Even with the VPN on.
Exactly. And the reason, it seems some debug code was just accidentally left in the production builds.
Oh, wow. Just an oversight.
Apparently. It's a stark reminder, isn't it?
Yeah.
How tiny things that seem harmless, can create pretty significant security holes.
So debug code becomes a vulnerability. But then you have threats that are, well, definitely not accidental. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This thing called the Coyote banking Trojan. It's different. It's apparently the first malware seen using Microsoft's UI automation framework, UIA.
Using UIA.
To manipulate interface elements.
Right.
Think it could potentially change what you see in your browser's address bar, redirecting you to phishing sites while grabbing credentials.
That's incredibly sneaky. Because it's using legitimate system tools to do its dirty work.
Precisely. It makes it harder to spot using traditional methods.
Right. For detection, that means you can't just look for, weird executables. You'd need to monitor for unusual processes interacting with UI automation core.dll or those UIA named pipes. It's definitely pushing the boundaries.
So if the attacks are getting smarter, how do we get smarter defending? One thing our sources really hit on is this common mistake.
Which is?
Relying too heavily, almost only, on CVSS scores to prioritize what to patch.
Ah, yes. The classic CVSS trap.
Yeah, because it turns out only something like 17% of vulnerabilities marked critical by CVSS are ever actually exploited. That feels like a huge mismatch.
It is. It really begs the question, if we're not just blindly patching criticals, what's the smarter way?
And the answer seems to be risk-based vulnerability management, RBVM.
Exactly. RBVM pulls in threat intelligence, considers how important your specific assets are, the business context. It's much more tailored.
And this other system, EPSS, Exploit Prediction Scoring System.
Oh, EPSS is fascinating. It helps you focus. Instead of chasing everything, it identifies, say, the top 3% of vulnerabilities that are most likely to actually be exploited.
And how effective is that?
Get this. Targeting just that 3% can mitigate around 65% of real-world exploits. Compare that to CVSS, you might need to patch like 57% of vulnerabilities just to prevent 4% of exploits.
That difference is staggering. That's a real aha moment, right? Focusing effort where it counts.
Absolutely. Work smarter, not just harder, by patching everything in sight.
And looking forward, things aren't exactly standing still. Global's summer 2025 update, for instance.
What are they rolling out?
They're talking about agentic AI. AI agents that can act on their own, coordinate with each other. 4 types. Utility, document, knowledge, orchestrator.
Specialized roles.
Yeah, and they even mention an enterprise AI button. Press it for real-time summaries, automated emails, even autonomous task completion. Sounds almost like having a digital staff.
It definitely points to where AI is heading: deeper integration, more autonomy, which of course brings new complexities for security too.
Always does. And just a quick, aside from the operating system world, Windows 11, getting a black screen of death.
Replacing the blue? Seriously?
Apparently. Plus, a quick machine recovery feature. Supposedly checks for fixes if you have boot problems. Small comforts, maybe.
Small comforts indeed. But, if we connect this to the bigger picture, there's something genuinely concerning.
What's that?
The Cybersecurity program. It's run out of Lawrence Livermore National Lab. Monitors threats in critical infrastructure, power grids, utilities, that sort of thing.
Okay, sounds vital.
It is.
There.
But its DHS contract ended, and it's currently unfunded, which means the data coming in from its sensors, it's just sitting there, unanalyzed.
Wait, so the system watching for major threats to infrastructure isn't being watched itself?
That seems to be the situation. It really highlights how these broader funding decisions can create, frankly, quite dangerous gaps at a national level.
That is. Yeah, that's sobering. So what does this all mean for you listening? It's clear cybersecurity is this constantly shifting landscape, isn't it?
Absolutely.
From, personal data leaks like the Louis Vuitton one, tricky new malware like Coyote, to smarter ways organizations need to defend themselves.
Like moving beyond just CVSS.
Right. And then these big picture issues like critical infrastructure monitoring potentially going dark. It all connects.
It really does. And the thought I'd leave people with is this. How do these specific incidents, these new attack methods, and these, frankly, worrying funding gaps affect our collective security? What does that demand from us, personally and professionally in terms of vigilance? It really requires us to stay curious, doesn't it?
Spoken Tech for your ears.